Hey guys, it's Kitty Cat Creations, and welcome back to another Art Speaks, or welcome if you're new around here. Before we get into the title of this video, a quick discussion about the art pieces you see before you. What I'm drawing is basically the baseline art of a Halloween Yacha commission, which you can find on my Ko-Fi, or Ko-Fi, however you guys pronounce it. I pronounce it like Ko-Fi. If you're interested in this Yacha in particular, link in the description down below. The set price for this Yacha is $5 US, as well as some Halloween slash Helliverse themed adopts that are a bit more on the pricier side. But seeing as times are hard right now, this Yacha is pretty cheap, so if you have $5 to spare and you want to treat yourself to a cute piece of art or have a ton of money left over saved for a rainy day and want to buy a spooky themed adopt or a Helliverse character of your very own, feel free to head on over to my Ko-Fi page and consider supporting me there. Now then, on to the topic of this video. Now, for anyone who has no idea what's going on, to make a long story short, if you follow me on my second channel that's surprisingly more popular than this one, I used to be part of what is known as the DeviantArt Rant community, which evolved, or rather devolved, into what is now known as the slideshow slash art commentary community. And to summarize it as best I can, picture bullshit drama from middle school and or high school, but with grown-ass adults either coming after each other, random people that have absolutely nothing to do with what the drama is, or literal fucking children. Yeah. It's fucked up. And stupid. I mostly joined on there to actually help people improve on their crafts, content, and whatever it was they wanted to be popularized for, art-related, rants, or otherwise. I love the dog show community after hearing about a multitude of dramas, especially after the ones involving the Fruitcake Club server. But one person the entire community enjoys dunking on is this one person known as Stargiant Productions. And I'm not sure if it's because they were still living with their transphobic parent, or because they were faking gender dysphoria the whole entire fucking time, and knowing that they are a narcissist, it would have surprised me, because that's what a majority of narcissistic people do. Change their identity from a trans female to cis male, and was formerly known as Rebecca, and now goes by Ryan. But in all seriousness, for anyone who has no idea who the fuck Stargiant is, I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Plus, there's videos about them all over YouTube. Links to those are in the description if you want to know more about Stargiant and have time to kill. But to summarize this disgusting piece of shit as best I can, Stargiant was a former content creator on YouTube, as well as a former team member slash employee for the mysterious Mr. Enter, and gonna be real here, I'm kind of in a grayscale area when it comes to Enter. I still have yet to see any solid evidence to prove Endo was groomed by Neko, but they seem to be way more complicit in my best and personal opinion, and the way they were more of a guard dog to Neko than a victim. They could have been groomed, but I still have yet to see evidence saying otherwise, and as far as I'm aware, nowhere in their video did they mention grooming. And I will say this about Mr. Enter, he's way nicer to his team members and employees than Stargiant was. Because, according to Enter, Star was a very difficult person to work with and be around. And everyone else can agree and testify and be confident that Star was just an overall terrible employer via underpaying her team members, editors, artists, etc., would commission some bizarre things, and you know what? Look, I get that money's money for most people, and people be into what they're into, and the last thing I want to do on this channel is kink shame anybody or like be judgmental. And just like with Lazy Bedhead, I myself have mastered the art of minding my own fucking business, because people be into what they're into. I'm not a kink shamer. As long as you're not hurting nobody or being weird and freaky and gross with other people, forcing them into your fetish cult, and involving fucking children in said kink, then you do you. You do you, buddy. But come on, y'all gotta have standards. Like, giantists fetishizing herms. Come on, people. Again, I get that a lot of us out there have bizarre fantasies. Let's not kid ourselves or lie to ourselves. And I hate to be a kink shamer, but come the fuck on. Have some dignity and save yourselves and keep some of that shit to yourselves, people. Three of the major offenses were using and abusing a very good friend of mine, Rosarie Ramsey, manipulating her to do horrible things, and throwing her to the fucking wolves in the goddamn lion's den, in this case, and was thrown into 3 fucking calls with Lyle Convoy and Hopeless fucking Peaches, one of them being 4 goddamn hours long, and fucking mentally, emotionally, and verbally abusing her. And god fucking damn all of you who fucking sat there and did and said nothing to stop that shit from happening in the first fucking place. I'm sorry, I had to get that out of my system. I fucking hate Lyle and Peaches. I hate that I used to be a fan of Peaches. Fuck them both. And if anyone's a fan or supporters of these fucking dishonest, abusive shitbags, 1, get the fuck away from me, and 2, fuck you. And there's also a scam of an Indiegogo campaign where it appeared to be a copyrighted version of Madoka Magica, and the worst one of all, fucking grooming and pedophile supporting allegations, which, dear fucking god, that's some really orchard ass behaviors here, people. Not to mention everyone has come forward with Ryan's weird, gross, and abusive behaviors. As of scripting this, Star had long since left YouTube, or so we thought. His channel was deleted, yes, but I might get this wrong or incorrect. Correct me if I am wrong, please. I hope I'm wrong. I hope and pray to God that I'm wrong. But according to a Google Doc, it's believed they're under a new name of, I think it's called Sushi Cookie, and something else called Ryan's Reviews, I think. I'm not sure. And I tried looking up the channel here on YouTube, but I couldn't find anything of relevance of such. But Star could have been elsewhere on a video posting format that wasn't YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I could be wrong on some things. I have been before. And I'll also link the Google Doc in the description if you want to check it out for yourselves. But the important thing to note is this and this alone. Stargiant is thinking about returning next year, 2026. That's only a few short months away at the time of making this video. Think about this, people. Knowing what we know about Stargiant, they're a narcissist, they're a groomer, they're a possible predator, an abusive employer, a shitty friend, a gross person. Not sure about this. This is only a speculation. Have possibly faked having gender dysphoria and faked being trans, allegedly, and is a disgusting person overall. I'll be honest. I haven't even known or heard about Stargiant years ago until I started researching this shit to call out anyone and everyone involved in the CC/ACC on their bullshit. Especially with the fucking Rosa call in the goddamn Senate! Again, I'm sorry, this shit just pisses me off so fucking badly that Rosa was manipulated into doing horrible things Ryan encouraged her to do, and was nothing more than a scapegoat for Ryan and Neko to get away with their bullshit crimes. As for my personal thoughts and opinions on Ryan returning to YouTube next year, not only does this shit scare me, it horrifies me, it disgusts me, it disturbs me, and every other gross and negative emotion in the dictionary can think of and fucking name. For one, if you know you're about as hated and as controversial as the fucked up figures of Lily Orchard and Chris Chan, it's not a good idea to return. But this bitch is doing that shit anyway because he's that fucking stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. And don't forget, you're stupid. Second, After all the shit he did, and so many people coming out with allegation after allegation, and knowing the kind of person he is now, and after the shit he's done to the people around him and to himself, and giving himself a reputation similar to Lily Orchard's in some form or another, him returning is the worst possible thing he can do to himself right now. Especially knowing that hardly anyone knows the story and is smart enough to be against him and isn't a disgusting supporter of his, and would sure as hell not now or will ever welcome him back with open arms. Plus, I know if I were in Ryan's shoes, I sure as hell wouldn't even think about returning to the internet knowing how badly he fucked up. People like Stargiant, Lily Orchard, Chris Chan, Jay Sonic, Lyle Convoy, Hopeless Peaches, Pamper Chew, Andy Ditch, and many more horror cows / lol cows of the internet are hard-hitting lessons of how not to act on the internet or even IRL. I mean, yeah, I can be a total goober, a nut job, and a freaky weirdo from time to time, and people can judge me based on what they see me say or do as much as they want, but at the end of the day, I may be a freaky-ass, cringe, weird freak of nature, but at least I'm free as a bird, bitches! And I have what very little sanity I managed to keep in my life to try my damnedest not to be like those fuckers. No matter how angry or pissed off I get, I always try my best not to treat my friends, co-workers, family members, or even total strangers like shit. And Stargiant, knowing how badly he fucked up when he was on the internet, should fucking know better than to come back, especially after the shit he pulled. But apparently, he thinks returning and knowing how badly he fucked up and how much of a fucked up scuzzball he is, and is that fucking stupid to think that doing such is a good fucking idea. Because anyone who's a fucking narcissist is a fucking dipshitted fuckwad. Like, why? Why does he think it's a good fucking idea? But if he does go through with the return, this is me warning all of you to stay away from this motherfucker and to spread the word about this freak. Also, Stargiant, if you're watching somehow, first of all, fuck you for everything you did to your ex-friends, including Rosa, your ex, your victims, your ex-employees, everyone that was unfortunate enough to have fucking met you. Second, if you're smart enough, don't fucking come back. Nobody wants you, nobody likes you, and nobody loves you, and nobody sure as hell wants you to come back. But if you're as stupid as the lot of us know and think you to be, welcome to hell. Enjoy being miserable, and the possibility of a higher chances of you getting a life sentence with 0 parole and absolutely no freedom granted. And enjoy the hate and trolls filling you with rage and further digging a hole nobody's gonna fucking help you out of. I'm not gonna be the one to be bringing the hell coming your way when you do fucking return, but I know a lot of people who are going to do so. I'll enjoy watching you crash and burn and spiraling into the darkness and despair and the painful, ungodly, bitchy, sour, bitter taste of karma you can never wash out of your fucking mouth, and that you fucking deserve it. Go to hell, Ryan. Enjoy the shitstorm coming your way. Okay, that was certainly not a fun video to make. Hopefully I'll have something more fun next time. And although I really don't like making videos like this, although on my second channel I've said I fully retired from the commentaries and drama-based content in general, but somebody has to warn the people and help spread the word of the Armageddon, of the possibility of the return of the unholy and possible many Antichrist spawns, that is Stargiant Productions. May he not be welcomed and run off the internet like they were in 2021. Or was it 2022? Ah, who cares? If they're returning, we make them run away again with their tails between their legs and all. That aside, links to everything mentioned previously, including the Ghoul Dog videos about Stargiant, are in the description below. If you want to know more about this insanity and migraine that is the fuckery of the Stargiant Productions drama. And the best way I can describe Ryan, he's like the worst version of Mr. Enter. more fucked up and evil. Enter and I may not see eye to eye on everything, but I can at least say more nice things about him than Stargiant could ever dream of wishing to be called. That aside, links to everything below, spread the word about this horrible person, and hopefully stop them from returning next year. And that's pretty much it for me. And anyone interested in a cheap yacha or buying an adoptable, check out my Ko-fi and consider supporting that as well as my Patreon if you're interested. Fair warning that my Patreon is not safe for work, so it's not for the kiddies, do. But thankfully, my Ko-fi is 100% safe for work. That being said, that's all from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!